Hey, what's up, guys? It's Dan again from CryptoCamacho.com, where each day I talk about cryptocurrency and help you make more money in this cryptocurrency revolution. Today, guys, I want to talk about influencers. I want to talk about thought leaders in the industry, in the cryptocurrency space. And I want to talk about why you need to be following them. And if you're not, you need to take notice right away. I'm going to show you a couple examples of one thought leader in particular and why you need to be following not only him, but many others like him in this space. Right now, guys, the price of cryptocurrencies is largely driven by fear of missing out. It's largely driven by anticipation that prices are going to go up. It's largely driven by early market adoption, so mass adoption starting to happen. All these things are contributing to whether or not a price of a cryptocurrency goes up or down. And influencers or thought leaders in the space have a tremendous impact on whether that price goes up or down. They mention it in the news. They mention it on Reddit. They mention it on Twitter. All of a sudden, you see a price spiking way up. There are a number of these folks in the industry. Some of them are more heavily invested, some of them are not. But today I want to focus on one in particular. And this guy, he's kind of controversial. You guys probably remember when he made a bet about 2-3 months ago where he said Bitcoin would go up to $500,000 per Bitcoin in less than 3 years, or he would eat his own private parts. He's recently doubled down on that and said that Bitcoin will go to $1 million within the next 3 years. Guys, the guy I'm talking about is John McAfee. And before you dismiss John McAfee as a loon or a kook or a guy that doesn't know what he's talking about at all, please hear me out in this video, guys. I'm going to show you several examples where he says something on Twitter, and the price of a particular cryptocurrency just goes up. And the reason I'm talking about this is because you should be following him. You should be following a number of thought leaders like this so that when they speak, you can react and go invest or not invest in a particular cryptocurrency and see how it affects the market. So let's jump right in to the heart of this day's episode. I'm on John McAfee's Twitter feed right now, and I'm starting back at December 13th, right? He does talk about cryptocurrency, obviously, before December 13th. He makes recommendations before then. But right around December 13th, things start to get interesting. And more recently, in the last probably less than a week, he has said that each day, and now each week, he's going to call out or make mention of one particular cryptocurrency that he feels has potential in the future. So let's jump right into it. So on December 13th, John McAfee says, I'm inundated by people asking me for recommendations on cryptocurrencies. If you would use your heads and you would figure out that the privacy coins, anonymous transactions, will have the greatest future. Coins like Monero, Verge, Zcash cannot lose. Why are these coins important, guys? So Monero, Verge, Zcash, they're all privacy coins. A privacy coin is a coin where you cannot track the transactions of that particular coin or that exchange of coin on any service or good, right? They're truly anonymous. People for a long time thought Bitcoin was anonymous, but these coins are truly anonymous. There's no way to track transactions of Monero, what you buy, what you sell, who you transact to, who you transfer to. It just is not possible right now. I mean, it's just absolutely not possible. And Mr. McAfee is saying that these are the wave of the future. I tend to agree with him, knowing that governments are now starting to step in, starting to, try to gain control and understand and know who is actually buying and selling and transacting on cryptocurrencies. Even Coinbase recently added a little blurb when you withdraw or move cryptocurrency Bitcoin out of Coinbase, they ask you where you're sending it to, right? To identify if you're sending it to an exchange or not for the government, for the IRS. So guys, privacy coins are the wave of the future. Let's just look quickly at what happened when Mr. McAfee mentioned this. So let's just take XVG as a first one, right? So XVG, and he said this on December 13th, right? So on December 13th, let's zoom out a little bit, and I'll get my little pen here. Okay, so back to December 13th is right around here, guys. Oh, let's make that yellow so you can see. So right there is December 13th. Mr. McAfee says Verge has a good-looking future. You guys should buy it. You can't lose. Look what's happened since, guys. So Verge has gone up, since he mentioned that, it has gone up 2,000%, over 2,000%. I was not following Mr. McAfee at the time. I wish I had been following him, and I wish I bought Verge at that low price because I would have made 2,000% on whatever capital I invested. I fortunately did invest around this section right here, so I did get a bit of upside by it. But if you would have gotten earlier and followed Mr. McAfee, you would have profited a lot more. What else does he say? He says, let's see, XMR, which is Monero. Let's go to Monero, guys. This is Monero right here. Let's zoom out to the 13th. Let's say, okay, let me get my pen here. 13th is right about here, guys. Okay, so right about here. That's the 13th. Look what's happened since. It's gone way up, it's gone way down, but it's overall up from where he said it would be, right? Let's figure out the percentage. Up 69% you could have made if you would have followed Mr. John McAfee's advice, right? Let's look at Zcash, right? He says Zcash cannot lose. Let's go over to Zcash. Let's zoom out, and actually maybe a good time to buy Zcash right around 470 right here, guys. It's gone all the way up to 750, so we're at a pretty good low point here, and I may actually buy some of this here in just a moment. But actually, let me pause this video real quick. I think I may buy this. Give me 1 sec. Actually, I'll do it with you guys. So right here, I'm going to look at the stochastics for Zcash. Looks like we may see an upward trend. It does not look extremely powerful, but let's check what the last 5 minutes hold for us. Yep, we are going up. Let's go back down to 15. Yeah, I mean, we do see a little uptrend. I'm not going to go ahead and buy it right now because I want to finish this video. But okay, let's zoom out to the 13th where Mr. John McAfee recommended buying this particular coin. All right, so the 13th is right about here, guys. All right, right about here. Okay. So if you would have bought Zcash when it was recommended, you would have gone up probably 97% approximately. We're back down a bit, but we are still up from where he recommended it. It's still 25% up, guys. 25% is not a small number, right? That's the first 3 coins he mentioned where I was following, and I was so impressed. I've been so impressed by the rise in the coins that he's mentioning that I started to follow much more closely to what he's saying. Let's scroll up through these Twitter posts and see what else he says. Okay, let's find some good relevant. That's not relevant. All right, here's one. Okay, yes. Okay, yes, my apologies. I received over 100 angry DMs because I did not include SafeX. It felt like a co-coordinated troll attack. Please, I'm an old man whose memory lags his typing skills. Yes, SafeX is a great and incredible buy at 15 cents. Now give me peace. Next tweet. In fact, I own more SafeX than Bitcoin. Wow, that's saying a lot. Mr. McAfee owns more SafeX than Bitcoin. Whether or not it's true, I don't know, but that's what he's saying, right? I was not trying to diss SafeX. An excellent coin. Keep in mind, I searched my memory, blah, 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 and he talks about SafeX. Again, SafeX is the majority of my holdings. I ran the numbers for weeks before I chose it, knowing it had technical problems and that it would be delisted from most exchanges. But I have, to my knowledge, never lost money on an investment. Take it with a grain of salt. Okay, so now let's go and let's look at SafeX. How is SafeX performing from the time that Mr. McAfee started talking about SafeX? And this one is quite incredible. I did not buy any SafeX. I'm kicking myself because I was debating it. The reason I didn't buy any SafeX is because I don't have a Cryptopia account, and I was just lazy and I didn't want to make a Cryptopia account. Look at this chart. This is absolutely ridiculous what happened. So Mr. John McAfee on, let's see, the 14th and the 15th really started talking about SafeX. On the 14th and 15th, he started talking about SafeX. Let's zoom back out. Let's go to the 14th, guys. Okay, let's see, 14th, boom. Okay, so the 14th was, let's see, probably, it was actually right about here. There was already a big jump, but the 13th, 14th, 15th, it's about right here, guys. So right here is about the 13th, 14th, 15th, what he was talking about. And this is right where I considered maybe I should buy a little bit, maybe not, and I was lazy. I didn't set up my Cryptopia account. Look at how much the coin has gone up since. All right, so being conservative, we've seen a 200% rise, a 200% rise since he recommended this coin. Absolutely, I mean, it's just crazy, right? And it's still going up. I mean, this is still going up. I was actually thinking to buy it today. I haven't, but it is still going up. All right, so let's go back again. I mean, I hope you're getting the point here that when thought leaders speak, he has 538,000 followers on Twitter, right? These people are following him, they're watching him, they're listening to what he's saying. And when he says something, guaranteed a pretty significant portion of these people are going to the exchanges and buying a particular cryptocurrency. Again, John McAfee is not the only person that does this. I'm just focusing on him because he's made some incredible predictions. So let's keep going up, and then he starts saying, he's talking about different things. He's just tweeting, right? Here's his mining farm. And then let's see, keep going. He's recommending a personal ICO, which I'm not going to get into. He also recommends ICOs, and he recommended an ICO called Sether, and the first token to open the door to a new paradigm of social marketing. And I'm going to do a video on this at a later time, but I want to just bring it to your attention. He's saying this is a world-changing coin and a world-changing concept. I urge them to let me assist. The ICO had just begun. I can't guarantee that Sether is gold. I can't guarantee anything. Please understand that. I don't want to be responsible for anyone's gains or losses, but I can guarantee that I see no better ICO than Sether.io at the current time. Guys, I've invested in Sether.io. It's not live yet. There's a pre-sale ICO going on right now. This video is not to promote Sether. It's just to show you that, there is potential impacts when these thought leaders say these different things. I am bullish on Sether.io. I'm going to do a video on it later in the future. I'm bullish on it because it is groundbreaking. I am a marketer by trade. I've been doing marketing for a very long time, and I'm seeing what Sether.io is doing and how they're planning on disrupting the digital marketing industry, and it is mind-blowing, right? So I will get into that on a different video, but just want to tell you that he's also recommending ICOs, so take note and invest in them at your own risk, but pay attention. Another ICO he recommended, KWH coin. Can't really do anything there because it's an ICO. I can't show you the price of that yet. And then he says on December 20th, beginning tomorrow, I will each day talk about a unique altcoin. Most of the 2,000 coins are trash or scams. I read every white paper. The few I'm connected to, I will tell you. The rest, I have no position in. These coins will change the world. You can support that change. And then every day, he goes through and he recommends a coin. KWH, which is an ICO, like I said. I don't currently have a position in KWH, but it is interesting. Electroneum, this first of my daily coin reports. He claims that Electroneum will change the world. It's ETM. Let's go to Electroneum and see if it is doing well, since he recommended it, right? ETN. It's again on Cryptopia. I don't have a Cryptopia account yet. I'm probably going to get one, though, because of this. But okay, so here is ETN. Let's see how his prediction went with ETN. So he started talking about Electroneum, I think earlier than December 21st, but let's just base it on that day, right? So from the 21st, here's Electroneum. From the 21st, let's see. I don't think he's quite up so high with this one. From the 21st, which is about, let's see, right here. So you could say that, right here, that's the 21st, right? And he posted something about it on that day, and look what's happened on that day, right? On that day, we saw a 50% increase in price. Now, it's come down since. It's still above where he originally recommended it, but this is to show you that when he says something, it goes up in value, right? I mean, it goes up. And that's because not because it's John McAfee and he knows everything. It's because he's a thought leader and he has a tremendous following. And these people, once they see what he says, they spread it around to all of their friends as well, right? So this is how it works, guys. This is how the crypto game works nowadays, right? So again, talking about KWH, and then he said, okay, talking about Sether again. Talking about coin of the day, Burst. Okay, Burst. First truly green coin. This one I have mixed feelings on. Let's go to Burst and let's go ahead and look at the ticker. Let's see how his prediction has fared so far. This one I don't know if he did. Let's see. He said on December 22nd he recommended Burst. Okay, most undervalued coin, Burst. That's pretty interesting. It's a pretty strong statement for him to say the most undervalued coin, right? And he said that on the 22nd. So let's go. Hey, look what happened on the 22nd, guys. Right here. Right here, we hit the 22nd. Boom. And what happened? Again, all the way up, guys. 246%. I did get some Burst coins, so I am very happy about that. 246%, guys, because he said it on the 22nd. Like, this is mind-blowing. I mean, this guy could make you very, very wealthy if you literally just follow him to a T, and the moment he makes a tweet about a particular coin, you rush and you buy it, and then you hold it, and, okay, you get the picture, right? Okay, so, he keeps going, but he says, but among those coins, yes, there are 1,500 coins now, and yes, most are jokes or outright scams, but among those coins are Ethereum, Monero, Litecoin, and other proven winners. By implying Sether as a joke is a huge mistake. Again, promoting Sether. He's just talking about cryptocurrency. Now he's saying Bitcoin is a 25% discount right now. It sits today at about 13,000, 14,000, which I tend to agree with him. I've recently bought some more. Let's see if he... Okay, so Dogecoin, or I'm sorry, Digibyte coin, DGB. Let's look at how that one fares. On December 23rd, he mentioned DGB, right? Here's DGB. Let's go to December 23rd. Let me guess. It's right here. Yep. Right there. That's where he mentioned it. So, again, December 23rd, Mr. McAfee says Digibyte coin is going to change the world, and it goes up 111%. This is ridiculous, guys. This isn't science. This isn't rocket science. This is just, look, he's recommending coins, and they're booming like crazy. Another one, Red coin, you could go through and look at that one yourself. But every day he is doing that. And today, I mean, he's recommended Tron or TRX, which I have also recommended, and you could buy that on Binance. You could buy a lot of these on Binance. You cannot buy all of them on Binance, but you can buy most of them on Binance. Today, let's see what he says. He's talking about how his account got hacked. Anyway, so the point of this video, guys, is not to, promote John McAfee. It is to make you aware that these influencers, these thought leaders, these people with very large social media followings, with big, deep pocketbooks, with lots of power and influence, not only in the public sphere, but in the private sphere as well, right? You don't think John McAfee has any influence and clout and sway in anything that goes on behind closed doors with ICOs, with mining, with, all of these things. He has a huge company mining Bitcoin and other things, right? He has a huge stake in this. Of course, they're going to want these things to go up. And I'm a believer in following the money. Follow what people are saying. Follow the sentiment. Follow the social trends, if you will, especially in cryptocurrency. Right now, the market is based almost purely, almost exclusively on social trends and social sentiment and fear of missing out. And when people like McAfee talk and say, buy X, Y, and Z coin, the prices will be impacted by them. At some point, I'm going to try to take all the thought leaders together and show you on a graph how what they say when they say it impacts the price, impacts the trends in the marketplace, and impacts the overall sentiment in the marketplace. I'm Dan from Camacho.com. Hopefully you found this useful. Hopefully you found it helpful. If you have not already subscribed to my YouTube channel, please do. Click that little red button, and I will talk to you next time, guys. See ya.